Hello and welcome to this video on how to convert a decimal to a fraction or convert a fraction to a decimal without a calculator. So this skill is first learnt in year 7. So let's check it out. This is the process we're going to follow to convert a decimal to a fraction. All right, so we're going to first use our knowledge of place value to express as a fraction with a denominator of a power of 10. So if we start here with the decimal, 0.3, see that 3 is in the tenths column. So we say to ourselves, well, that's 3/10, which means 3 out of 10. And then we're done. We've got it as a fraction. Now, what is the next step? Remember to leave fractions in simplest form. So that's all we do for this. So let's try it out. Convert the following decimals to fractions in their simplest form. 0.7. Okay, I look at that and I see that 7 is in the tenths place. So I think to myself, well, that's 7/10. 7/10 can be written as that, 7 out of 10. Okay, now, and then we ask ourselves, is it in simplest form? Do the numerator and denominator have any common factors? No common factors. All right, we're done. So maybe you want to try out this question, pause the video, and yeah, let's get going. So this 4 is in the tenths column. So I say to myself, you don't have to write it every time. I say that is 4/10, which could be written as 4/10, 4 out of 10. And then fractions need to be left in simplest form. So, are there any common factors between the numerator and denominator? Yes, there is. There is, because these are both even, right? So that means that they have 2 as a factor. So what we do to the numerator, we must do to the denominator. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And then, yeah, that looks like it's in simplest form. No common factors between 2 and 5. Now, so convert the following decimals to fractions in their simplest form. So I'm just going to put down that because I don't want to look at the others for now. All right. Now, what's going on here? Decimal to a fraction. Now, it looks scary because there's a 1 there, but just write that 1 straight down. That is going to be the big number of your fraction, and then some sort of fraction is going to sit here. All right. Now, so just write the 1 straight down. You could think of it as 1 plus 0.613 if you want. Just ignore that 1 for now. Now let's look at the 0.613. Now to put that as a fraction, you're going to label your place values, all right? So this is tenths. This is hundredths. This is thousandths. So that last digit is in the thousandths column. So I'm going to say that this is 613 thousandths. 613 thousandths. You could write it like that. And 613 looks like a weird number, so I am going to say that fraction is in simplest form. Okay, that doesn't look like they have any common factors, right? They end in 3 and 1 ends in 0. So that is it. We are done. So if you see a number 1 point something, just you know that is your big number and you can break it up if you need to. Let's check out this one. 0.825. So again, label your place value columns. That's the tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So it's going to be whatever that last digit is that you wrote, that's the column that we're going to write down as our denominator. So this number, 0.825, could be written as 825 thousandths. And then we ask ourselves, is that fraction in simplest form? Are there any common factors between the numerator and denominator? Well, they end in 5 and 0. So that means that 5 is a factor. So we can do that. Now, okay, I'm not meant to have my calculator, so I'm not going to reach for it like I went to. So 825 into 5. Let's just do a little thing. So 5 into 8 goes once, remainder 3. 5 6s are 30, remainder 2. 5 5s are 25. Now, actually, I'm looking at this. Oh, it's okay. I just realized that 25 is a factor of both of these numbers, so we could shorten the process, but that's all right. We can do it in a few steps. 1,000 divided by 5. So you could do that. 5 into 10 goes twice, and 0, 0. So 5 200s are 1,000. And then we look at this and we can keep simplifying because the numbers end in 5 and 0, which means they're divisible by 5. So let's just keep going. Should be there soon. 5 into 165. 5 3s are 15 and 1 is 16. So 5 3s. And see, we're nearly there. 33 over. Well, I know 5 4s are 20. So 5 40s are 200. And it's looking like we've simplified it, right? The common factors of 33 and 40, I'm quite sure that there isn't any. All right. If you needed to find them again, just list them out. So you could list your factors, but I won't do that here. Okay. What's this one? 2.95. Okay. So see how we've got a big number there? You could break this decimal up. 2 plus 0.95. And so just like in this part C here, see how that whole number is the big number? So I'm just going to write that big number straight down. And then I'm going to look and see, just focus on this decimal, label the columns tenths, hundredths. Just using this process over here. So this number here is 95 hundredths. Okay. And we look at it, is this a fraction in simplest form? Ignore that big 2 for now. Just write it straight down, And we're going to focus on getting this into simplest form. Is it in simplest form? Well, it has common factors between the numerator and denominator. Because they both end in 5 or 0. So we're just going to divide those by 5. 5 into 95. 5 1s are 5 and 4 is 9. 5 9s are 45. So that's going to be our numerator. And then 100 divided by 5. Well, 5 2s are 10. And then we just add a 0 because we want 5 20s or 100. But if you need to do the calculation, just do it. It's totally fine. So this is 2 and 19 over 20 because these don't have any common factors. So it is a fraction in its simplest form. Done. Okay? And so this is the summary to convert decimals to fractions. This is what we do. Maybe you want to make a note of this slide. And in the next video, we're going to look at converting fractions to decimals. All right, so I will see you there.